Ahead on your Friday lunch break, Uber releases some startling crime numbers that drivers and riders need to know about. We'll have some tips on how you can remain safe. Also, have you heard about this thing that's gone viral? It's called the Chair Challenge. It's insane and it's almost impossible for men to do. We're going to tell you why that is. Plus, Emily Mayfield is with us this Friday. She's going to show us the latest beauty trends for eyebrows. Sit back and relax. You're on lunch break.
It's your lunch break with Jay Crawford.
Welcome to lunch break. It is Friday. We're in a Friday kind of mood.
Oh.
Although moments before the show started, Betsy looked at me and said, "Is today Friday?"
I totally brought up like all the paperwork for Thursday
Yeah.
and everything. And
I never forget when it's Friday.
I wish I
always
could
know that.
think it's Friday like every day of the week.
Yeah, I say there should be a Friday pill. Because you know how great you feel when it is Friday?
It's true.
There should be a pill to make you feel like it's Friday every day.
This is true.
I would take it.
Something legal.
A busy show for you today. Browns-Bengals game at First Energy coming up Sunday. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But Betsy, we start this noon with a very serious story. Yet another shooting at a military base.
Yeah.
This is the second in 3 days.
It is. We are following this right now. It's a developing story out of Florida. The U.S. Navy confirms a gunman and 3 others are dead. Several more injured after a mass shooting at Naval Air Station Pensacola this morning. 2 officers were hurt while trying to take down the shooter, who was killed during the exchange. This is the second shooting at a U.S. military base this week. On Wednesday, a sailor opened fire at the Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard, killing 2 before turning the gun on himself. We're following the developing story, as I mentioned, and we'll keep you posted on our app and website. And, of course, we'll have the latest tonight at 6 on What Matters Most.
Betsy, some startling new crime numbers released by Uber yesterday. Uber, of course, the ride-share company. These numbers are from 2017 and 2018 combined. So 2 years worth of data. Nearly 6,000 incidents of either grope or rape. And in all, that boils down to roughly 4 rapes per week on average have been reported. And it's not always the driver committing the crimes. In fact, half the incidents were reported by the drivers, crimes committed by the riders. Stunning information. Uber has already banned 40,000 drivers here in the United States. That's just over the past 2 years alone. They've also said they're going to begin sharing the names of drivers that they have banned, that have failed their background checks, with other rideshare companies. Uber Chief Legal Officer Tony West now on the numbers. Listen.
That's a hard number, but I'm not surprised. And I'm not surprised because sexual violence is just much more pervasive in society than I think most people realize.
When you look at those numbers, it is more prevalent than I think most people think. I was surprised the numbers were that high.
Well, I think it is very important to point out that half of those numbers are passengers attacking drivers and not the other way around. The passengers are not background checked. So literally those drivers are picking up complete strangers. You have no idea who it is or what could happen.
Couple of safety tips quickly. You've probably heard these before, but it's always good to keep them in mind. Always check the license plate. Make sure you're getting in the car that Uber is sending for you. And get the driver's name, and don't ask, "Hey, are you?" and the driver's name. Ask the driver, "What's your name?" Have him say it. And get in the back seat if possible. It's easier to get out of the back seat, obviously, than it can be sometimes in the front. And kind of think about your plan of escape when you get in the car. Do I want to get out of the driver's side door or the passenger side door? It's something to keep in mind. Also, let a family member or a friend know that you're taking a ride when you can. I think those are things to keep in mind.
And stay alert. You know, when you're back there, what do? You pick up your phone immediately. And speaking of these things, we are connected to them all the time. So much so that we are now putting ourselves in harm's way. I love to watch these videos.
I haven't seen that one.
I think they're the best videos ever. But keep in mind, this one's amazing. Bam!
Yeah, I remember that from a few years ago.
Well, a new study in the Journal of the American Medical Association analyzed national emergency room data, and it shows a sharp rise in the number of ER visits for cell phone-related injuries. Now, it's been a steady increase over the last 20 years because now 96% of Americans have cell phones. The #1 age group to have the injuries, 13 to 29-year-olds.
I believe that.
And most of them are females, but I left that stat out. Trip and fall, distracted driving, and bicycle crashes are among the highest incidents that cause the injuries like cuts, bruises, broken bones, and even internal organ damage.
Wow.
Now, the folks over, of course, our friends at the Cleveland Clinic did release a statement when we asked them, and Dr. Baruch Fatel, an emergency physician at the Cleveland Clinic, said, "We likewise at the Cleveland Clinic have seen injuries related to cell phone use. Much of it is related to distracted activities where people trip and fall or get into motor vehicle collisions or crash their bicycles.
Pay attention.
Avoid those distractions."
Have you ever bumped into something? I'm not asking that you've got an injury, but have you ever just bumped into something? And
Maybe.
I've done it.
The other thing, too, is, remember there were studies that came out that your neck can
Text
get
neck,
hurt.
right?
So just,
Yeah.
keep it real.
Yeah, and stretch out every once in a while.
I like to just do that.
All right, to the Browns now. We mentioned they're home again Sunday. They'll take on the one-win Bengals. Baker's hand bruised, sore, but he's expected to go. The big story this week, Betsy, has been comments made by Odell Beckham Jr. yesterday talking to the media about his future here in Cleveland. Listen.
I feel like I've been here before asking questions about the next team while I'm on the team already, and that's just kind of something that I'm just tuned out for right now. And you catch me in the off season, and we'll see what happens. I don't know God's plans. I just follow His lead.
All right, and that soundbite had fans and media in a frenzy yesterday.
Very non-committal.
Does OBJ want out? Very non-committal. That's the life of an athlete. They know the business. Odell felt strongly enough that he needed to clarify those comments. So he tweeted this out around 8:30 this morning. "Okay, I never said I was not happy in Cleveland. Just like everyone else, I'm hopeful for better results. Period. Next story, please."
I hope he likes Cleveland because he's got, a Bentley that's bright orange now.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big commitment. Let's not lose the scope, people.
Yeah.
He threw down probably a couple $100,000 on a car.
But remember,
that
this
is
is the guy
all
that wore a
in.
$250,000 watch in a football game.
Yeah, but
so
it's a bright orange car.
he'll sell it.
There's not...
If he does play somewhere else, I hope it's not the Vikings, because I think purple and yellow on a Bentley is just desecration.
I don't think we should even talk about it.
No,
but
I don't think we should.
it is top of mind because the Browns are taking on the Bengals this weekend. That's just one of a whole lot of different things that are going on. But Stephanie, you have more about what we are going to be looking forward to this weekend.
I do, and I will tell you, if he doesn't want his Bentley, I will take it. I don't have
Right?
a car yet. I need one.
It looks so
It's
good
totally
down at the
fine.
Muni lot.
But like you said, the Browns will be here this weekend. Everyone is usually making a big show of it downtown. We're taking on the Bengals, who won last week, so let's, fingers crossed, we get another win this weekend. So many things beyond that going on, though, and it was tough to narrow it down, except for this first one was an easy choice for me. For a limited time only, there will be the Lake Effects Holiday Pop-Up Bar happening here in downtown Cleveland. Now, it's so nice they did it twice. Yes, this is the second time they've done it in 2 years. It's in the Schofield building downtown. They had some open space, so they're using it for this. Beautiful decorations throughout, open now through December 31st. Tuesday through Sunday. Now, those hours do vary, and we have them up on WKYC.com, so you can check that out. Also a limited time event because it only happens 12 times a year, but you do need to know about it because it's very cool. It's called Mix, and it happens at the Cleveland Museum of Art the first Friday of every single month. There's always a theme, always a great turnout, which you can see right here. Now, this month's theme is icons. And the mojo behind that is art and music so influential it transcends time. So go there, see some art, have some drinks, meet some new people. It's $15 to get in for non-members, but it's free if you're a member of CMA. And it is 18 and only. That's happening tonight from 6 to 10 p.m. All right, now we take it from drinks to dogs. You know that 3 does love pets, and whether you have one or not, this is a cool event that you might want to check out. It's called the Jingle Dog 5K. It's happening at Firestone Park in Akron, 5K and 1 mile run. So check that out on WKYC.com. We have all of that up on there so you can get your tickets, hours, and registrations. Now, Jay and Betsy, I know you have something fun for us.
Yeah, we do. This thing's been going nuts on social media. I'm sure you've seen it by now. It's called the Chair Challenge. It's gone viral. If you haven't seen it, pay attention. It's something fun that you can try at home, but guys, heads up, you probably won't be able to do this.
And with more than 18 million views, this video is worth watching. It's from the Utah radio station Planet 105.1. You see a bunch of gals picking up a chair with their head against the wall. But the guys, they can't do it. They stand up very awkwardly there, obviously. Now, our morning show gave it a try.
The chair challenge is more than picking up a chair. First, you start with your feet together against the wall. Next, take 2 steps back in a straight line. Put your feet together, lean forward. Your head has to touch the wall at all times. Slide a chair in, pick that chair up, and try to stand up. And let's see how we did. Danielle? Got it. Holly? No problem. Maureen? Those leopard heels didn't stop her. Then it was my turn. All right, the true test.
You gotta touch me. Are you serious? You not do it for real? Stand up. Just stand up. Stand up. Just stand up.
I can't.
He can't do it.
Let's see if you can do it.
What, do you want me to go first?
Well, should we? I don't know. What should we do?
I
Stephanie,
know that
bet
you
can
guys
do
are going to
it.
be able to do it.
I have heels on, so does Stephanie.
Okay,
Yep.
so there's 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
There you go.
Now take note how far away from the wall I am
yeah.
with my big feet. Okay.
You don't look that far.
Put your head
I'm
against
going to
the
do
wall. There you
this.
go.
I'm
Okay.
telling you I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Chair up.
Let's go, Jay.
Oh!
Do it. Do it. Oh, almost.
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
I think I did it.
Yeah, but you were like,
Push your head against the
Okay,
wall.
one more
though.
time. One more time.
it was like disco happening against the wall here. What's up with this hip thrust? Look at
Keep it against the wall.
this is
Yeah.
hysterical.
He's like doing the worm.
It's hard.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting
That was
yelled at.
really good. That
Okay,
was
here
a
we
good
go.
effort.
Okay.
I have heels on too. One,
But look how
two.
small your feet are. You're so
Okay.
close to
Slide
the
it in.
wall.
Yeah, there's not
this way?
enough room to get it
Okay.
in there.
All right.
She's going to make this so easy.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, Stephanie, go
All right.
ahead.
Okay.
Let's give it a shot.
Now, I did this at home with my wife last night, and
One,
because I
2,
couldn't do it, I
3.
had to figure out
Okay.
why.
Slide it in.
There we go.
Our feet are bigger.
Oh, this is really hard. I'm just kidding. This is actually incredibly easy.
Our feet are bigger. It puts us further away from the wall, and more of our body mass is above our hips than you.
Talk, 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 talk.
I hate losing it at
That's what
everything.
Can
second
do
place
it.
says.
More lunch break right after this. I'm so mad. Welcome back to Lunch Break. 3 News correspondent Emily Mayfield, always on top of the latest trends for us. So in this edition of Loving Life with Emily, she's going to tell us all about eyebrows.
I can totally agree. What is going on? One size does not fit all.
No.
And it's very overwhelming. And if you get it wrong, your look goes downhill real fast.
Well, the thing that makes me laugh too, if you look back like 10 years ago at people's eyebrows,
right,
they're barely there.
Right.
So now we're kind of transitioning more to like the fuller, bolder brow. I thought I was on top of all the trends coming from LA.
Sure.
This is new to me. Take a peek. When it comes to maintaining a complete beauty routine, you cannot forget the eyebrows. I've tried everything from makeup to microblading, but there's a new treatment available. I'm here at Alexa Faye Beauty, so let's check it out. So I'm here with Alexa, the owner of Alexa Faye Beauty. First of all, thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming
I'm very excited. I would say in the last couple years, eyebrows have become like the biggest thing in beauty. I've done the microblading. What is the newest, greatest?
So lamination is the latest, greatest for your brows. Basically, all it's doing is lifting and straightening your eyebrow hairs. It opens up your eye because it kind of recreates an arch underneath by lifting them. So it kind of gives them this like fluffy, bold, like model look is what I like to say.
And who doesn't like that?
Right. Lamination, depending on how coarse your eyebrow hairs are, can last 4 to 6 weeks. Because it is done with a chemical solution, I suggest every 10 to 12 weeks coming back for touch-ups.
Okay, well, I'm super excited to try this out. Let's get started.
Yes, let's do it. So Emily, first thing I'm gonna do is glue your eyebrows up. And this is really just setting them where I want them to be. So when I put the chemical on, that's the way they're gonna lay.
So one perk of this is there's no pain, obviously, whereas microblading doesn't feel great.
This chemical that I'm putting on is gonna take the proteins out of your hair, and we're gonna let this sit for about 8 to 9 minutes.
Feel red carpet ready, you guys. This is good.
Okay, so now I'm gonna take off this solution and we're gonna put on the next solution for the same amount of time, and that's gonna put the proteins back into your hair.
Which will basically lock it in place.
Yep, exactly. Final step is I'm gonna put some keratin oil on your eyebrows just to kind of put some moisture back into them, and it'll help me style them and get all the glue off that we originally put on them.
It's my first eyebrow massage. It's relaxing. So just like that, less than, 45 minutes, and we're done. I am obsessed with the result. I feel like they look darker, more defined. It opened my eyes more. I highly recommend this. Thank you so much. Make sure you check out Alexa Faye Beauty, and I'll be back to see you soon.
Thank you for coming in.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see the difference.
I'm in.
You're in?
So Alexa is the brow whisperer.
Totally.
So you walk in and she goes, girl,
I got you.
I got you.
Yes.
That's what everybody needs.
I know.
So it's basically a perm for your eyebrows.
Basically, yes. So
Okay.
think of it as like a brow gel,
Okay.
but it actually isn't a gel. You don't put anything on it, and it lasts like 4 to 6 weeks depending on the texture of your eyebrows.
Stupid question here. This is for women only, correct?
I think it would look good on you, Jay.
No, come on. Well, then I'll
Anyone
ask. Has
can do
Baker
it.
done it? I'll ask that.
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
No.
I'm out.
Definitely
I'm
not.
out. I like my eyebrows natural.
I respect that. I do.
Emily, thank you so much.
Thanks,
It's always good to
guys.
see you.
Good to see you.
Next on the menu, we're learning how to make holiday planners to spruce up our homes.
Yeah, the yellow twig and the red twig. Yeah, if you keep it moist. Yeah,
I feel
for
like
sure.
we may have some of those in some of our beds. Do we? Or no?
Oh my God,
I think you did.
In
I
the
think you
back.
did.
Do you mind if I move this
noticed for the last few weeks, the WKYC studios have been decorated. We are ready for the holidays. There are poinsettias everywhere and trees and whatnot. So we want to help you dress up your home with holiday flowers.
Yeah, it looks so beautiful here at the station. Noelle Aiken is from Petitti's. You may remember she helped me get my lawn ready for the fall. She's here to show us some holiday planners and how to do it. And I'm excited because Betsy and I are going to try our hand at this.
Anything that I can use this stick.
That's for after you make the planner.
That's right,
Okay, so what do we have here? Tell us about it.
So these are our winter porch pots. Come in all different shapes and sizes. Of course, we have plenty of arrangements already pre-done, so you can grab and go and decorate outside. No
and those
problem.
are the ones that you see in front of the desk here.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, but we also have plenty of the components that you can put your own together. So anyone that's into DIY, we've got you handled, no
Very
problem,
good.
okay? So I just wanted to start by showing you what we start with is just a pot filled with soil, okay? Makes sense because if you already do like a fall arrangement, you had some mums and some cabbage and things outside, you literally can just cut or remove those plants. You already have soil in there. You can start arranging.
And that keeps it all weighted down. You have something to stick everything into.
Yes, and just keep it moist because that'll keep your branches, you know, nice and healthy. But to start out, we always start with, when we do container gardens, we talk about a thriller.
Thriller.
Filler. You got it.
Wow,
Betsy
very
gets
good.
it. Yeah. So thriller can be anything like this. Like this is a spruce tip.
I love that.
Okay,
Just cut the top of the tree off.
We've got them. Or you could stick something like a birch pole in there, so Betsy can use her birch poles, right? You could stick something like that right in the center, okay? So again, it just kind of depends on what your taste is, what you like for holiday decorations. These are river birch poles, all different sizes.
Gives it nice
available.
color.
Right. Other things, fir.
It's coming
okay?
down.
Oh yeah, watch out. We don't want that to come down. Thanks.
I can't do the chair challenge, but I can definitely
Wow.
put these birch
A
poles
man
in the pot.
can put a stick in some dirt. Well,
I do have some usefulness
look
after
at
all.
you.
Yeah, so your fur's real common at this time of year. Of course, freezer fir is very common. So those are going to be, oh gosh, citrusy scent. So these will be upright too. You see them in there. So that could be a thriller as well. And then we have the cedar as well, really nice and fluffy. You can just kind of throw it in there. So all different textures and colors and things into your arrangement that you can
Betsy,
throw
go
in
ahead.
there. Yeah,
Okay. Stick some
Betsy,
stuff
I'm
in
gonna have
there.
you do, you can do
I love the red
winterberry.
berries.
Absolutely, you can just throw those whole sticks in there. We've got juniper berry, and then also incense cedar is my favorite.
I'm assuming this is our front, yes?
Yeah, your front there.
That's
okay?
beautiful.
Look at that.
I like how Jay picked
Okay.
it up in threes.
Yeah.
Because you design an odd
Teacher's
numbers.
pet.
Everything looks better in threes.
Good, Jay.
I've
I
learned
want
that from
you to
my wife.
put that right in the front where there's kind of an empty spot right there.
Okay, we have about 30 seconds. Noelle, I'm wondering, I know prices vary, but if you buy one that's already put together compared to the do-it-yourself, how much can someone typically save if they do it themselves?
Oh gosh, I would say do it yourself. You're probably looking at anywhere from $10 to $30, depending on the accessories you put in.
Right.
And then ready-made, we usually start right around the $40 mark and go up from there.
Noelle, we're out of
This is
time,
so
but
fun.
I think Betsy and I did really well.
That's not
High
bad.
five, partner.
Good job.
Noelle, thank you very much. We appreciate that. We wrap up lunch break after our last break with video that's worth watching. A young boy did something that's guaranteed to make you smile. You don't want to miss this. Thanks, Noelle. Oh, sure. That was fun.
1, 2, 3.
That's the cutest thing you'll see today. Michael was officially adopted yesterday, and all of his classmates were there to see it. The Michigan boy invited his entire kindergarten class. He wanted them there. Many of them told the judge how much Michael means to them, but then Michael stole the show when a reporter asked his new dad a few questions. Watch.
We've been working with Catholic Charities, and the workers there have just been amazing.
I love my daddy.
Wow. I
love my daddy so much.
Aww. Man, if that doesn't make your day.
That is the sweetest thing.
Michael was one of 36 kids adopted in that ceremony. I just thought it's so cute. He wanted his whole class to be there.
Right? Everybody in on the party.
Have a great
One
weekend.
big family.
Thanks for making 3 News a part of your afternoon. Watch us live wherever you are on our website, on our apps, and on